So once we do a functional movement screen and find the weakest link on the hierarchy, sometimes we want to dig a little deeper into the weakest link pattern that has a dysfunction and do a few breakouts to see which correctives would be best to use to eliminate the dysfunction as fast as possible. So with this series, we're going to be going through each of the movements of the FMS and showing you breakouts for each one of those movements, starting today with the active straight leg raise. So when I get a client who's an active straight leg raise, there are a few extra tests or screens that I can do to see which corrective path I want to go down. The first thing we want to do is check breathing, and we'll check that with crocodile breathing. So I'm going to have Christy go ahead and flip over to the prone position. And just put the hands underneath the forehead, and I'm just going to check breathing. So first of all, I'm just going to look and see how she breathes naturally, and see if she's basically breathing into her neck or chest, or if she's getting some diaphragmatic breathing. It's good to check in this position because you can see the back rising and falling a lot easier in the prone position, and the floor gives the client feedback to see if they're getting it whenever you start coaching it. But for testing purposes, first I just want to see how she naturally breathes, and then after that I'm going to ask her to take a couple deep breaths. So Kristen, if you just give me 3 deep breaths. And basically what we're just doing, like I said, is checking to see where she's breathing. From there, I can do some manual cueing to get a little bit more in detail to see if the breath is 360 degrees around the midsection by just doing a manual check and saying, breathe into my hands, to see if she has the ability to get lateral expansion and breathe into my hands, the floor, and to my thumbs in the back. So if someone is completely chest breathing and can't get any type of belly breathing, then we definitely want to make sure that we're using some breathing correctives to work on that. Because a lot of times if this isn't dialed in, you can work on the active straight leg raise forever, and you're never going to get any results if they're really bad with their basic breathing exercises. From there, go ahead and flip over on your back. I want to see if it's a mobility restriction or a stability issue on the leg raise also. So if we did Chrissy's active straight leg raise, and if you need to learn how to do the active straight leg raise screen, you can just click on the link above this video and it'll take you to a video where me and Jared are going through performing and scoring the active straight leg raise. Let's say she scores a 1 and we're digging a little bit deeper. First thing I'm going to do is a passive leg raise. If her leg only went up to like here and then she couldn't get it any higher or it started spinning out, I want to see if her leg just stops there or if she just can't get it up there on her own. So I'm just going to pin this foot here and really slowly start to bring the leg up and see if I can get it past the point that she got it on her own. If she only brings her leg up to here and stops, but I can pick that leg all the way up to here, this easy, I'm thinking it's not a mobility issue. Another way to check to see if it's mobility or stability is the core engaged leg raise. So I'll just ask the client to put your hands up like this, press into my hands, which is pre-engaging the core, and now lift the leg. Good. So once again, if she couldn't lift her leg, but now with the core pre-engaged, the leg pops up really easy, it's looking like it's going to be a core engagement more than it is a mobility issue. And then the last thing we'll do is just check a toe touch. Go ahead and stand up. Feet together, and with legs locked, just go ahead and reach down and touch your toes. Once again, if she can touch those toes easily, but can't get the leg up, we're thinking that we have a stability issue and not a mobility issue. So below the video, we have 3 tracks listed with 3 different exercise options for each one. We have a breathing track, we have a tissue and mobility track, and we have a core stability track. So break out the leg raise, find if it's a stability, mobility, or a breathing issue, find that track, and those are the best exercises that I found work to clear those dysfunctions and make sure that your client is in 2s or above and moving on to the next one or ready to train hard after we do the corrective exercises.